here now because I switched during the week, and I wanted to do my first test on a private track before I'm gonna go to Nolimin for the Grand Prix, which is quite soon. So I just wanted to be as ready as possible.
Can you tell us which car you're testing and who you've signed for?
I'm testing right now the 808 buggy from XRAY, and I signed a contract with them until the end of 2012.
Okay, so you're aiming for the Worlds in Argentina then?
Exactly, yeah, with XRAY and with them, with this car, maybe a new one.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about your first impressions with the car? You've been testing a couple of days now. How's the car feeling? How's it different to the previous cars you've run?
I mean, I tried, I think, maybe on the worst track in France because it's really rocky and bumpy after the European Championship. So it was the worst track to test this car. And even on this track, I'm really impressed by the handling. It's really easy to drive and really smooth. So we worked on the shocks for the bumpy conditions, and I'm really happy and confident with this car right now.
So, do you have an aim for a finish in the GP next week?
Yeah, I mean, winning is always good. Maybe my objective will be on the podium because I know and I've heard that this car is really reliable. So I'm just gonna have to drive as good as possible, and it should be okay.
What about you've had? It's fair to say quite a difficult season so far. What are your hopes for? Obviously, looking forward to December and then onwards to 2012. What are your hopes?
Take pleasure on the tracks because this season was pretty hard. I've worked a lot on the car, and the Durango car was not fitting my driving properly. I think I really wanted to work with a new European company, to develop the car and to make it work for European tracks, but also US track. I'm gonna travel to US also. So my objective is gonna be to take pleasure, and then after that, going back to the main finals and winning for sure, because the Euros and the Worlds is still my objective.
Okay. In the last couple of years, we've seen you traveling the world quite a lot, moving from Australia to US and then backwards and forwards. Do you think that may have sort of impacted your focus on your racing a little bit?
I don't think so. I think it was a new motivation actually, because Australia was a nice country. I met a lot of people, and I practiced more than if I would stay in France because the weather was nicer. And after that, moving to US was really good for my driving style also, because working on different tracks with jumps, it was really good, and I stayed focused. So I think I learned a lot from those trips. Now it's time to settle, and we're gonna look for the future right now.
Okay, back to X-Ray. They have, including you, still quite a small team. Team Milano from Finland, you from France, and also Josh Wheeler in the US. Do you think they're hoping for a bigger team, or do you think they're quite happy with how it is now?
I think they were really happy with what they had. Since Sartel left, maybe they were looking for new off-road drivers, because even if I think Timo and X-Ray drivers are really good, but I think they are more on-road focused, so I think they maybe needed more experience and more knowledge on the off-road side of the company, so I'm gonna try to bring that back.
Don't let them bring you down.